Hey guys, Emmanuel here, and before I jump into the video, I just want to ask you guys to give me the HBO special, and that is the Help a Brother Out. And you can do that by hitting the subscribe button and leaving a like under this video. I'd really appreciate it. I'm going to give you guys a few seconds here to do that. Alright, now that that's over, guys, I want to start this video by apologizing to Allison Feaster, the Vice President of Player Development in the Boston Celtics Organization, because recently I made a video and I said that she was the alleged female staff member that was connected to the Ime Udoka scandal, and I was wrong. I later came to find out that was completely wrong, and she wasn't actually the woman that was tied to Ime Udoka. When I talked about that story a few days ago, I was reporting with the information that I had out at the time. I thought it was credible, and I thought it was the real truth. I thought it was really her, and I came to find out that was completely wrong. It wasn't her, and it was another woman called Kathleen Nimmo Lynch, and she is the wife of Patrick Lynch, the Vice President of the Boston Celtics. So she's married to a higher up, Patrick Lynch, and I just wanted to make that clarification. It wasn't Allison Feaster. But this is what this video is about. It's about the reporting and the portraying of this scandal and how unfair it has been to a number of people, different parties that weren't involved in this entire scandal. First thing first is I want to bring your attention to the fact that when this story was first reported, it was reported that Ime Udoka was having consensual relations with a female staff member of the Boston Celtics. Now, Kathleen Lynch is reported to be working for the Boston Celtics as well as her husband. And Kathleen Lynch is still, as of right now, the alleged woman that he was having an affair with. And I only say alleged and not factual because the Boston Celtics haven't straight come out and said that it was Kathleen Lynch. The way that the media came to find out was apparently there was a doorbell camera that caught the two of them making out or having an affair. That's how people came to find out. They recently uncovered this truth. The Boston Celtics haven't come out and said anything about that, and that is the proof. That is the proof that we have that it is Kathleen Lynch. Now, even without the video, I still would have believed it was Kathleen Lynch because of a number of reasons. Number one, her identity was protected by the media. Why would her identity be protected? I think her identity would be protected because she is married to a higher up in the Boston Celtics organization. Nothing was done about her. We haven't heard anything about her suspension, even though it's reported that she works for the Boston Celtics. Why? Because she's married to a higher up in the Boston Celtics organization. That's why I would believe it was her, even if you didn't have that concrete fact that there's a video of Ime Udoka and Kathleen making out caught on a camera, on a doorbell camera somewhere. What I don't like about this reporting is two things. The media and the Boston Celtics, especially the Boston Celtics, threw Ime Udoka under the bus, because they made it seem like it was only his fault. It was reported that two consenting adults were having an affair, and yet only one of their names and identity was reported, which was Ime Udoka. The Celtics didn't come out, they didn't have a statement, they didn't have a press conference stating that Ime Udoka has been suspended because he's having relations with a female staff member, and also Kathleen Lynch has been suspended because she is having relations with the head coach, and this violates the policy of the organization. No, that's not what they did. All they said was Ime Udoka has been suspended because he was having relations with a female staff member in the Boston Celtics organization, and that is poor reporting, because it forces people to speculate. When you say that the head coach of the Boston Celtics, who just took them to the NBA Finals, is being suspended for a year because he was screwing some chick in the organization, naturally people are gonna wonder, oh my god, who is this chick? What would possess Ime Udoka to have relations with her? When you present the fact that she's married and he's in a long-term relationship with Nia Long and has kids with her, yet he still cheated, it's gonna stoke more curiosity. People are gonna be looking around. Who is this chick? Who initiated the relation? Luckily, it was consensual, but there's gonna be questions going around, and people are gonna speculate. And by extension, a byproduct of people speculating is women who had nothing to do with this whole debacle got pulled into it. For example, Allison Feaster, the girl that I reported on a few days ago and said it was her. It wasn't her, but I was reporting with the information that it was her from what the media thought it was. The Boston Celtics could have completely cleared that up by just posting a face of this woman and her name. Another woman that works for the Boston Celtics Organization, Candice Williams, was also pulled into this. It was speculated it was her. Come find out, it wasn't her. These women got the short end of the stick because, the Boston Celtics were trying to protect someone. And I think that was completely unfair and it wasn't equal. It just painted Ime Udoka as the scapegoat for this whole scandal. Look, I don't condone what Ime Udoka did. I think it was right that he got suspended. He had intimate relations with a person in the organization, and that's a violation of the organization. The rules were there. I get it. Suspend him. Fine. I don't care. My problem is when you treat people differently, because you cannot watch this video, you cannot watch what's happened in the last week and say that Ime Udoka hasn't been treated unfairly. Because why wasn't Kathleen's identity revealed a week ago when this whole thing was blowing over last Wednesday? Is it because she is married to the higher up? Does she have some pull? Is it because she's a woman? And it is reported that Kathleen Lynch also works for the Boston Celtics. Why wasn't her suspension announced? And even if she doesn't work for the Boston Celtics, still, at least put her face and Ime Udoka's face there so people know, instead of just Ime Udoka. And it is very unfair. It is so unfair. We talk about in our society equality, equality, equality. And I think that in our society, certain groups get a pass for things others wouldn't get a pass for. One of these groups tend to be women. I'm sorry, women do get a pass for a lot of things. And I think that's what played a role here. I think because she's a woman and she was married to the higher up, she got a pass. She got the luxury of not having her face plastered everywhere for cheating, for being a homewrecker. She wrecked Nia Long's home. Ime Udoka, yes, he was at fault as well, but she was too. She wrecked her own home. None of that was reported. It was only Ime Udoka. I'm not the only one that's frustrated because of this, right? There are multiple talk show hosts that brought this point up. One of them being Kendrick Perkins. Kendrick Perkins works for ESPN, and when he brought up the fact that why isn't Kathleen Lynch being reported the same way as Ime Udoka being reported, Malika Andrews came at him.
That was had with Ime Udoka and one of these women, it was consensual, meaning that this woman actually played a part in it too. So my thing is, yes, Ime Udoka was wrong. We get that. His punishment, he deserved that, and whatever else follows, I hate it for him, but he put himself in this position. But why are the other people getting left off the hook?
Well,
that's the problem that I have right now. Everybody got to be held accountable.
I think that we need to circle back to what Shanae said, is that there was an investigation that was conducted by an independent law firm here. And I think that transparency is what will rule the day here. And so without having all of the information, it is unfair and irresponsible of us to go and to speculate on that, because what we have to...
Well, I'm not speculating.
Sure.
I have the information. I'm not speculating.
But what we have to go with here is the fact that an independent law firm came in, did this investigation, and the facts that they were presented, they came to the conclusion that Ime Udoka violated a policy.
Like, oh no, we don't do that here, we're only speculating. No, they had the proper reporting. Kendrick Perkins had the proper reporting that there was a female staff member. If she is related to the Boston Celtics organization, she should get suspended as well as Ime Udoka. But that's not what the media reported. That's not what the Boston Celtics did. If the Boston Celtics did do that, they didn't report that. They didn't even say the female staff member has been also suspended if she works for the organization. They didn't even have the dignity to just report her name. They just plastered Ime Udoka's identity out there. But yeah, guys, those are just my thoughts on this reporting of the Ime Udoka Boston Celtics situation in his suspension. I think it was reported unfairly. Next time, this shouldn't be the case. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the subscribe button, leave a like, give me the HBO special, that is the Help a Brother Out, by hitting the subscribe button and leaving a like under this video and letting me know your thoughts in the comments below.